Good morning, Business Press Maven.
Good morning, Mrs. Maven. Hey, we have a very sad and frightening issue to talk about this morning, but it's still important to get the facts right, to not give in to media panic. In fact, it's especially important, at least from a financial perspective, because when you see in headlines words like baby and death and recall, it sounds very, very serious. And it is, but there are different kinds of seriousness between a company recall and a government mandated recall. And this is a distinction, well, was a distinction lost in too much of the business media. Okay?
Okay.
I'm talking about the death in Missouri of an infant from a very, very rare bacterial infection. Now, we got a lot of headlines talking about the death and how some infant formula from Mead Johnson was recalled from the shelves of Walmart. But in many, many of these articles, from the Financial Times to the Bloomberg, that had very scary headlines, they didn't at least mention as a caveat, as a fill-out to advance our understanding that this was not a government-mandated recall. Okay?
Walmart decided to pull it for extra caution.
Extra caution and doing the right thing. Okay, they did the right thing. You should pull it and ask questions later. Find out. Let the public health officials investigate. But if this is a recall mandated by public health officials, then it is more serious by a factor of like 1,000. Okay? So it's a very, very important distinction to make, especially if you're throwing in those scary words in the headlines and the leads. And this is obviously a scary issue. But the point is, from a financial perspective, and obviously, financials, it's a very low concern as far as society is concerned when something bad like this happens. But we still have to look at it from a financial perspective. Mead Johnson lost $2 billion in shareholder value yesterday. Okay? So this is important to get right because you can't give in to panic. But Bloomberg and the Financial Times, they make no specific mention that this was not a government-mandated recall. Okay? Just the scary headlines and scary leads. Barron's also, no mention that this was not a government recall. Now, Seeking Alpha did the right thing. They mentioned and prominently and up high, this was not a government recall. Wall Street Journal, too, said neither government officials nor Mead Johnson issued a recall. Okay? It's a really, really essential distinction that you need to make in a situation like this. Walmart did the right thing, okay? But these weren't public health officials calling for the recall. They're investigating, and the bacterial infection could have come from any number of sources, including the water used to make the infant formula. Any questions here, Ms. Maven?
No.
No? Okay, well, viewers, if you disagree with me, and you won't, but if you do, feel free to email me at mrik.fuchsstreet.com. And remember, when it comes to Mead Johnson, they just don't get it.